Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I am driving my EBR. I did a review on this. I've driven it 120 or so, 110 battles, and initially had a very poor win rate in it. I did the review when I was sitting at about 43% after 30 games or so, or maybe 36, but I was able to bring it up to 59, 60%. The damage was still below 1,000, but it was much higher than the 500 I had when I did the review. But the thing about this tank is it a tank or is it a car? I don't know. Armored car, armored tank, armored vehicle, car tank, whatever it is that you've got to exploit its maneuverability in order to make it work. And that is not easy because you have things like this where you've got a flank that's more or less a corridor. There are some opportunities to kind of maneuver around here, but that's what I'm going to have to do with this thing. So I'm just looking for that opportunity. This is when I started to shift my gameplay to, I'm just basically going to turn this into an exploitation machine. And when I see opportunities like this, where the 34-100 just pushed into a reloading bat chat, we're just going to come down here and we're going to just start spamming HE, because it actually has a pretty good HE round for the tank, for the size of the gun. And I'm just going to come in here and start bapping people. And that's just the strength of this tank. The good news is that nobody was pointing at me, right? So had I been the first guy around that corner, then more than likely I die real quick. But that 44-100 took one for the team, gets in there and just really starts punishing people. It has a 2-clip round, so I'll abandon my HE and go over to heat. I'm not going to push up and over first into the Centurion 7-1. That was a mistake I made a considerable amount of times when I first started playing, but I will come in here while he's not paying attention and exploit that little seam right there, come up and over and in. And it's not a great spotting tank, but it's got enough for a situation like this. A JT just is giant, and he's not that far off, so I'm not going to have a real hard time spotting him. But now we've got an Emil sitting right there. I don't want to jump in there because he'll clip me out real quick, so I'm just going to keep picking away at guys like this. We've got a good stack. Pretty soon someone's going to push. So the Emil actually appears to be AFK or something because he's not doing anything. So I just push in on here, and down he goes. Either on a reload or AFK, I'm not really sure. Here's again using the speed. Just trying to duck and weave. I don't want to get shot. I'm down low. I'm going to come up. No, don't see it. I keep moving. Holy cow, I'm probably dead. Trying to get the auto aim going. He misses me. That's just part of the speed. That guy misses me. Now, does that happen every time? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. A lot of times you're just dead. But this is that kind of exploitation speed of this tank. Just raging in, taking shots right and left. It's hard to hit. They're also attempting to protect themselves. I get lucky there on a no damage shot. But this is really what this tank is all about right here. It excels at doing these kind of things. He's on a reload. He's got a long reload. He's taking hits. I kept him busy. He's turning around, coming out of cover, and there you go. The 130 misses. He's on a reload now. This is the damage to the wheel where you go slow. This is as fast as this thing's going to go until I can get my wheel fixed. And I'm just going to come in here. No respect. Game's basically over. He finally gets an actual hit on me. I'm able to put some damage into him. He's taking hits from multiple directions. I spin around. See how I get inside the turn radius of his turret? He gets one more shot on me, is unable to kill me off there, and we end up killing him. And it's a 15-to-1 raffle stomp right there, right? 22, 58 assist, 1,923 damage. Like I mentioned, a lot of times, especially if you go first, if you're trying to be Mr. Speed Exploitation guy, and you're first over the hill, you're going to be ended. If you wait, if you get a couple guys going and then you exploit while they start the exploitation, you can have good games in this tank. You really can. A little bit of luck goes a long way. Clearly, guys missed me in a couple cases. I got a couple bounces that were kind of ridiculous in there. This game would have been won without me, more than likely. But I was part of the steamroll that started. I was willing to go up and over the top and get guns turned, get people shooting at me, not at the other tanks, and that ended up helping it out. I don't think, had I sat at the cap, this game probably would have been won anyway. More than likely, and still, 15-5 or something like that. But once you get that ball rolling, you can really exploit the capabilities of this tank. But you've got to be very careful because it is quite fragile. And if, like I said, if you're over first, you're going to have a bad day. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Keep supporting the channel, and we will see you.